Welcome VV Nation, my name is Ryan. Always a pleasure for the 6 p.m. video. Tonight's presentation, we're going to take it back to a topic we've covered quite a bit this year. Defense stocks. I was just looking at the aerospace and defense sector, and I see a little bit of a trade potential setup. We're just waiting on the confirmation. So tonight's presentation, we're going to take a look at the sector chart, show you the exact trade setup. Just looking for the confirmation here, but defense stocks might just take another run. And tonight, I've got some great defense stocks for you. So we're going to jump in the VectorVest 7 system, and we're going to take a look at some of the top growth stocks in the defense space. All right, big event coming up. We got the Las Vegas 2-day investment seminar coming September 20th, 21st, 2025. You can achieve the VIP experience in person. Just go to vectorvest.com/Vegas to register now. Now we're in the VectorVest 7 software, taking a look at the aerospace and defense sector chart. That being said, you see we're looking at a 200-day moving average just below the candlesticks here. But for tonight's presentation, we're going to focus on these two red lines being a resistance zone. I see around 108 to about 107. You see price action right now, 108.44, caught right in the resistance zone itself. A little bit of consolidation over the last month or so. That's why I haven't really talked about defense stocks. You know, not a lot of momentum there, but these stocks have been taking a breather, might just take another run. Now for my confirmation, I want to see the sector get above this resistance zone. I want to see a breakout out of the zone. That might be this afternoon if we see some more optimism here. Otherwise, if we see some follow through come tomorrow in price action here, we should be able to get outside of the zone, giving some optimism for the bulls. That's why I want to put these stocks on your radar. So let's get right into it and jump into the stocks I have for you this evening. Now for the potential breakout in this sector on the horizon here, these are the 10 stocks I have for you tonight. Now there's 82 stocks in this sector. The reason why these are at the top of the list, earnings growth rate. These are the stocks with the highest forecasted earnings growth rate. So these are all growth stocks here. Now you can go with some of the old favorites here like AVAV or Kratos. Not going to be mad at it. You could even do a triple leverage, ETF like DFIN. But these stocks here, I was going through the charts, so I was pretty optimistic in it. But look at the sales growth rate. Not a negative number in the batch. We've got some buy recommendations here as well. On top of that, look at this one penny stock I found. Trading at $1.03. Look what we valued, $1.98. Greatly undervalued stock here. Not a lot of safety with these stocks. So let's go ahead and jump in the charts. I think you'll be impressed with some of the trade setup on the horizon when it comes to this hot sector. Like I said, I think you'll be very impressed with the stocks I have for you this evening. Now, this is StandardAero, a stock that hasn't even been out for a year. You see, the stock was just added back in October 2024. When it first came out, the stock was greatly overvalued. Look at price action. Huge channel. You can see I've had these lines here quite some time now. Look at value, though. Creeping up the stock. Now you're getting a value on it, right? No life in the stock, just moving to the side here. Actually lower than it was when it first IPO'd here. But the valuation, I mean, if this trajectory keeps going on, the stock could be undervalued relatively soon here. And look at the data coming out, the forecasted data, 53% on the earnings growth rate, sales growth rate, 13%. If I zoom into a 3-month time span, you can see pretty range bound at the lower end of this channel. But hey, I like being at the lower end of the channel than anything. Maybe the optimism in the sector can push this stock up. If you're looking for confirmation, let's get price action above the 40-day moving average right now. You can see the 40-day currently sits around 27.57. So we're about 50 cents shy of that. Let's get some price action between there because it looks like we're getting some rejection as well. The green line, that's going to be my 200-day moving average here of price. You can see the green line or 200-day just started not too long ago. First seen as a level support, but right now seen as a level of rejection. That's why I want to see price action get above these two moving averages before I get optimistic. But hey, this stock might just work out. And honestly, I don't know when it'll happen, but if price action flutters around too much more and value keeps rising, the stock could be a value play in the near future. Let's take a look at some of these other positions here. We've got Karman Holdings. I mean, look, over the last 3 months, lower left, upper right, price action just hit a new high. As of yesterday, let's go a little bit further out to a year. Still, the stock, again, just added to the database under a year. I like the price action here, but this stock, you're trading at a premium. So stick to the technicals. Forecasted data does look great, though. 42%, 35% on the sales side, rising earnings per share. For this kind of momentum play, I'd use something like Star Search or maybe tighten up the moving averages. I got a 3 and 8 in here I could use as well. Something of that nature. The stock's just overvalued for my liking, but a great momentum play nonetheless. Now, here's Loar Holdings. LOAR. Now, this stock just kind of in its own way, not one I'm going to recommend this evening here. Overvalued. Forecasted data looks good. Earnings per share is rising, at least starting to now. Not the worst stock, but just, again, the stock's kind of in its own way. And right now I'm looking at a little bit of a rollover right at this 200-day moving average here, a little bit of rejection. But I also do see another retest at this 20-day. If price action can get back above this 200-day moving average, could see some momentum here. I just see some better cases with the other positions. But again, definitely a stock to have on your radar. I do see the trade setup potentially occurring. Now, this position here, not going to like it. Look at value on the decline. Price action on the decline. And as far as the forecasted data, most of it's rolling over as well. The data is still positive double digits, but just not the best time to be getting in the stock here. Now, this was that dollar or that penny stock here, undervalued. I do like it. I was talking about this yesterday on the live stream here because, again, look, you think you're getting a good deal here. Value on the rise, price action on the rise. Price action came back down. You can see I was looking at the stock before here. But value, as long as value keeps declining, how about this? I put this one in a watch list. When I see value start to turn around and start to climb again, then I might get interested in the stock here. But, I mean, it is an undervalued stock, and it's a penny stock. Those normally have my attention when it comes to the VectorVest 7 software. Definitely a good one to have, at least on your radar. Now, here's another one. AZ, look at this stock here. It was trading at a premium, but with price action kind of fluttering over the last 9 months here and actually a pullback over the last few months. Look at this retest right on the 200-day, undervalued. I'm not going to lie, this is a perfect trade setup. I remember looking at this earlier today when I was doing the research for this video. Look at this. We're not getting the confirmation yet. Let's get, maybe above the 40. Hey, if you're more aggressive, just stay defensive on your stop. But I do like this pivot I see shaping up right now. Let's I'd say let's get above the 40, get some confirmation. If you want to enter, maybe a small position, something like that, hey, up to you. But I like the valuation. I mean, we value the stock at $15.72, currently trading just $8.63. Forecasted data, I mean, not bad on the earnings side. Sales growth rate, nothing to brag about, 1%. But look at the earnings per share. Nice steady rise over the last 6 months here. Definitely another stock to have on your radar. I mean, these are great looking stocks. This one here, not a lot of volume at all. Even if I go to a year here, I like the price action. I like the value rising. I like the forecasted data. It's $90 right now, but this volume and pretty gappy. I'm going to skip this one for now. Here's SPR, Spirit, Aero Systems. This stock, not doing a whole lot. Really ranged between, 30 and 40 bucks. I'm going to skip this one for now. Now, here's issc, Innovative Solutions. This stock we've talked about quite a bit. I mean, it's had some great runs in the past here. Now, if we take a look at our valuation, we value the stock currently at $20.24. You can see the value still ticking up here. Now, I do have these lines here. I didn't really think it was going to pull back this much, but you can see price action trying to find a level of support here. I wouldn't be surprised if it broke down. You saw a retest here on the 200-day moving average and went right back in the support zone. I'm kind of a buy the dip person here. I mean, if the stock was 20 bucks, now it's 11. You'd have to take a look at the news, or if this was earnings here. Yeah, this looks like it was earnings. See exactly what happened with the stock before you buy the dip here. But as far as buying the dip, I will say from a technical perspective here, you can see that's where I'm getting my level support from before, is this prior swing high here. And with the 200-day, I mean, scooping at least some up around $10 might not be a bad idea. And honestly, I might do that personally. I might have to do a little bit more research, see exactly what's causing it to go from $20 to $11. Again, that's a big sell-off. So do that research before, jumping into the stock. But the chart, I do like that level of support, even if it's just a short-term bounce, right? Could just be a short-term bounce. As far as TAT, I mean, this is beautiful. Lower left, upper right, value doing the same thing. A little bit of drawdown, each time. Nothing too crazy. Definitely smoother than some of the other stock charts we were just looking at. As far as forecasted data, on the decline, the only one rising is the earnings per share, which I do like that. Growth rate, 28%. Sales growth rate, 18%. I'm not going to lie, this is just a steady eddy here. I like it. Lower left, upper right, value is rising. Here's another one, Elbit system, ESLT, lower left, upper right. Probably doesn't have the volume as the other stock here. A little bit gappier, but I mean, that volatility there, or lack of volatility, I should say, that is nice. Very, very nice. Let's see here. Forecasted data also rising over the last year. Nice steady rise in all three categories too. Growth rate, earnings 25%. Sales growth rate 21%. I'm not going to lie. Out of those 10 stocks, I saw some fish that I was pretty interested in, and hopefully you guys found this video informative tonight. Again, defense stocks, I'm not saying the confirmation is there, but hey, we're right at that resistance zone. By the time that you watch this video tonight, we could potentially break out to the upside. Tomorrow is going to be the interest rate decision, right? How the market responds to that, how this sector responds to that information is really going to give us the confirmation we need. But these are some stocks that you should definitely have on your radar. Again, some of those, showed some pretty good trade setups on the horizon. So I hope you enjoyed tonight's information. If you did, hit the like button. If you're new and you found it informative, hit the subscribe button. And I'll see you tomorrow evening. Good night.